2008 Boston Celtics, NBA champions.
NBA champs. Yeah.
2018 Boston Celtics, to be determined.
NBA champs, yeah.
All right,
Oh,
relax.
no. Okay.
Relax.
Anything's
Okay.
possible,
Okay.
Jimmy. Anything's
They're up
possible.
2-0. They're up 2-0.
Let's hop back in the time machine, compare the two teams, because we are coming up on the 10-year anniversary, June 17th, you mentioned off air. So do we see similarities in these two teams?
Yes. Yes, they're like the baby version, though. You know what I mean? Like they're not at the level where like they all need to join forces at the like tail ends of their careers in order to win that last ring. They're like
figuring it
what
out
would happen?
phase.
This is like what would happen to the Celtics if they all joined forces like in the first couple years of their career. So you've got Tatum as Pierce. We already know
the
that.
most obvious one, right?
But you know what one's really jumped out to me as
it.
of late is Rozier Rondo, and not because Rozier is like dishing out 18 assists a game, but it's the attitude, it's the swagger, it's the him sort of taking the reins here with Kyrie out, like kind of like Rondo would do when you would look at the Celtics.
would go down.
Yeah, but you would look at the Celtics, you say, okay, it's Pierce, it's KG, it's Ray. When you look at these Celtics, you kind of think first, you think Jaylen Brown, you think Al Horford, and you think Jason Tatum.
Yeah. It's kind of the forgotten figure.
But now Rozier's kind of like that guy who's pulling it all together on both ends. And if you look at the last two games, he's been the most consistent player, I think. Well, Jaylen Brown there as well. But
I'd probably say Jaylen Brown, but it's close.
Sure, but Rozier hit that big shot at the end of game one, and then he had a really strong game two. So I see comparisons there. Now,
here's the problem. Rondo couldn't hit a shot.
I know, but
it's
Rondo couldn't hit a shot. Terry hit a step back.
Who else do we have
to take the lead?
I like your Morris comparison. I'm not going to take credit for it. You said it off camera.
Well, I was going to give it to you, but go ahead.
Marcus Morris and
James Posey.
Yeah, I think that's great. I think that comparison is almost perfect. Sharpshooter off the bench, grit, hustle, and also toughness.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Morris is like a nice like hybrid between Posey and Perkins.
I like
you know what I mean?
Not
Not saying that he's like that enforcer down low like Perkins
was.
So
who's the perk of this team?
It's Baines.
It's Baines. That is a great one.
It's Baines. Yeah, it's Baines. Baines is like the Perkins because he's not a guy.
He's just too jolly.
He's not a guy, but he's not a guy.
They're totally different personalities. Yeah. Baines is always the guy.
I have to tell you though,
but on the court, Baines is not a jolly guy. I don't want to be. I don't want to be joking around with Baines in the court. I'm gonna get
you're gonna get smacked down.
I'm gonna get smacked. Like
oh god, I love that.
That would happen a lot.
But you said off the air there isn't really a comparison for Kyrie Irving. I agree because I think for me Kyrie Irving's the best player out of all those players combined.
Whoa,
okay,
wait a minute. The players on this current
not at their
roster.
peaks though. Just
wait a second. On the 08 roster?
I think Kyrie Irving could have a better career than KG.
Sure, possibly.
Different,
kind of.
Different.
Yeah, it's hard to compare. We're not going to get into that. It's
hard
to compare positions like that.
But
I would say
KG is an all-time.
I'm going to take you guys off
He's the second best power forward of all time.
The positions don't match up. But and you could attest this because you were here how many years? But the locker room this year compared to last year is like polar opposite in the way of last year was kind of loosey goosey. Kyrie brought with him an intensity and a determination to win. So it's all business.
So tell me the locker room in 2008.
I say Kyrie is Kevin Garnett.
So how was the locker room in 2008?
But Kyrie isn't as like energetic and all that stuff as KG was. Obviously, I think he's kind of opposite, like in terms of the way he acts on the court. He's a lot more reserved out there than like KG's firing it up and everything like that.
Personality-wise,
but I think Kyrie has a presence to him.
What do you say is KG then?
I don't know if there is a KG. I think personality-wise and presence-wise, it would be a Kyrie. But now,
play style, not really. I mean, the numbers per se, I guess Horford, but.
That's it. Yeah, Horford.
It is.
Production-wise. Thank you. I blanked on that one.
Maybe a little bit less.
I blanked on that one. Production-wise, it's Horford because...
I was winking at Jimmy.
Well, no, production-wise, it's Horford because he's that guy that they count on both ends of the court.
He talks on defense.
But again, he's not that intensity guy that people want to see like this like KG. But production-wise, he is a bit of a KG. People can say, oh, he's not a serve enough on offense.
Well, you are going to get killed in the comments.
But no, people say he's not a serve enough on offense. But don't forget, that was one of the knocks on KG when he came here. Was that he passed too much. He didn't take the shot at the end of the games and always went to Pierce.
And
sometimes
prior to getting here, the knock on KG was he shied away from big shots in the clutch. Remember that? There was a lot of criticism about that.
These are kind of like loose. Yeah, yes.
A lot of criticism.
These are obviously loose comparisons, but there are similarities to it.
It's fun,
Shane Larkin is your Eddie House off the bench. I mean, come on, we can keep
you
going.
You have a lot of fun with it.
Let me ask this question.
Who's Ray Allen?
You know what? You know why it doesn't? You know why? There's only one Scalabrine though, so there's no Scal on this team. There never will be.
Wait a minute, doesn't Scal play for the current Celtics?
Yeah, you would think so. You would think so the way he walks around there, but he actually doesn't. But hey, maybe he's helping on. Maybe he'll get a ring.
Let me ask this
Maybe
question.
ring if they pull it in.
They'll give him a ring.
Can I ask this question?
Sure. We've
Okay.
been just cutting you off.
No,
and
it's,
not letting
it's
you
okay.
talk.
I
still
asked you
here?
before
The kid.
you ignore me.
Yeah,
It's
he's
okay,
still
though.
here. Yeah, we
How
push
different
him.
was the locker room in 2008 from this current locker room?
Oh, yeah. It was completely. I wasn't here in 08.
I can't
but
tell you, yeah.
2010 it was. 11, it was completely different. 12.
Well, you got a lot old. See, that was a Doc Rivers. He had veteran teams.
Yeah.
He was the guy who
Doc
brought
loved Jimmy.
Doc doesn't.
Doc didn't play the young guys.
Doc doesn't know
No,
a single
never.
rookie in the league right now. He doesn't even know his own rookie. So it's
Doc
a little
is
different.
Doc is still playing the style of basketball that was played in 08.
Yeah.
He has not transitioned to today at
No.
all. But that was a different locker room. It was
Sure,
very,
but,
very, very
But I thought
intense.
Doc was a great coach for what they had at that time.
For
So,
sure.
no-
I love
no
Doc.
issues
I'm a
there.
huge Doc
No
fan.
issues.
But Brad Stevens makes more sense now, obviously.
Absolutely.
Needs to.
All
Yeah,
right.
they
Of
need
course.
him.
All right, and that was your comparisons.
All right,
and
we
that's
hop
why
back
the
in the time
Celtics,
machine.
and that's why the Celtics are your 2018 NBA champs.
Relax, Jimmy.
Wow.
Comment
Anything
below.
is possible.
Do you see comparisons with 2008 and 2018?